Hey guys, Connor Finnerty here. I'm at Famous Birthdays. For First Fridays, I'm gonna tell you guys about my first moments of doing a bunch of stuff. First celebrity encounter. I remember I did a job with Derek Huff, and I got to actually meet him in the audition before I even booked the job, and so that was really cool. Just getting to audition in front of someone like Derek Huff, and I just was a little starstruck. I was just and I had to freestyle in front of him, so that really meant a lot, and that was probably my first celebrity encounter that I remember in LA. First impression of LA. I mean, I've traveled here many times from where I used to live in Sacramento, but when I first came here, when I moved here, probably my first impression of it was I thought it was, to me, LA was huge, even bigger than New York. And I remember when I think I was driving around over by the Paramount Studios, and I'm just seeing all these buildings, and I'm seeing the big lots and everything, and I was just amazed of how big it is, and just seeing how much stuff goes on in LA every day, and to me it's like the city that never sleeps. But yeah, that's probably my first impression of LA, is just seeing how huge it was. First memory of dancing, probably I remember my first ever dance class. I was very shy. I did not really want to take it, but yeah, so basically I remember walking in, and I remember doing I remember the choreo was roll, that whole thing, and I don't know. I remember also my first recital performance. I was at this big stage. It was at this small theater, but I thought it was the coolest thing, and I thought just performing in front of all my family members was one of the coolest things. But yeah, I probably remember walking into my dance studio, Anti-Gravity, and yeah, that's my first memory of dancing. First time I was recognized by a fan in public would probably be, I was at Disneyland, and I was going to, I think, Splash Mountain, and I was leaving one of the cafeteria places, and a girl came up to me, and I just thought it just felt really weird to me. I was whoa, I just got recognized by a random person. That's never happened to me before, and I was just very shocked. But yeah, I was at Disneyland. Probably the first time Googling myself, I saw myself on Pinterest, and I was pinned on all these things, and I'm why would I be on Pinterest? It was kind of the weirdest thing. Also another time, I think this was around the same time I Googled myself. It was when I first moved down here. I saw myself on Famous Birthdays, and I remember Famous Birthdays seeing a bunch of other celebrities on it, and so seeing myself on there was just very weird to me. And I saw how I was oh, they know my birthday and everything. I just thought it was the coolest thing, and it was a really proud moment of myself. But yeah. My first time performing from an audience, for dance-wise, it was at a recital, I'm from Roseville, a suburb of Sacramento, California, and I was at, we had this one small theater, and it was for just one of our recitals at the end of the year, and I remember just getting ready for it. I only had one performance, but I just thought it was a cool thing. And then for dance-wise, it was at for singing. This one for singing, it was at Talene's music video release party thing, and I was I think I either opened the show or something. I was very nervous, but I did well, and it was my first time ever performing, dancing, and singing in front of a whole crowd. That was a really cool moment. I don't really know if I ever had stage fright. I mean, one time at performance, I may have forgotten the choreo real quick, and that was kind of a type of moment. But yeah, I don't know if I think it was at Nationals one time where I forgot the choreo, but I kind of got back into it. But I've never been stage fright, which I'm very lucky. First music video I was in was actually the first job that I ever had in LA, and it was about 3 years ago, and it was for this kid named George Dalton. He did his own song. This was actually kind of a birthday gift from his parents, but Nayup He directs like Carson's videos and Jordan's, all of our videos. He's the first person first director I ever met, and he did that music video. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. I met a lot of people there, and it was like in this cool like 50s styled mansion and like Hollywood Hills. It was really cool. First time I choreographed a routine was probably I've never done it for like performance, but I've done it multiple times for like musically, or when my cousin used to audition for like a big dance team at my dance studio. I used to choreograph for her and help her out with that. But that was probably my first time I was choreographing for my cousin's audition for dance. And also I did a bunch of choreographing for like musicallys, those 15-second music videos. And now it's TikTok, but yeah. My first acting gig was, I did a short film. It was with Jaden Lieber. I don't know if I said his last name right, but he's from It and stuff, and I met him and some other really cool people, and that was my first time doing it. It was like really like an old school, like it was like in the 30s or placed in the 30s or 40s, and it was about like the Nazis and Hitler and that whole thing, and that was really cool to be a part of. My first concert was, I think it was Rick Springfield, and I saw my parents were going to see Rick Springfield at like the county fair or something like that, and I wanted to see him. I guess I wanted to see him. I was younger. I was a lot younger than this, and my sister and me went to the county fair, and then there were still tickets left, so we watched that. And also, funny story, when I was at that concert, me and my sister were watching, and the best song, Jesse's Girl, was about to play, and I had to go to the bathroom right before, so when I went to the bathroom, we came back and the song was already done, and that was the only time my sister really wanted to see him perform. She got really mad at me, but yeah, that was my first ever concert. My first phone, luckily, was an iPhone. It was the iPhone 5C, and it was like blue. I thought it was the coolest thing. I remember asking it for Christmas, and I didn't think I was gonna get it, but I did. And I was literally, my eyes were like, and it was so cool, and I thought it was cool just calling people and all that stuff. But yeah, I thought it was the coolest kid in the world. Thank you guys for watching for First Fridays, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.